we are watching breaking news continue to develop here as we're tracking a bidding war that seemingly has just broken out for Goldman Sachs prop trading unit. Bill Cohan joins us now on the phone with some perspective. Bill, not surprising that the prop trading desk had to go from Goldman since this was part of financial reform. But are you surprised here at the parties interested in doing the purchasing, Perella Weinberg and KKR?
Well, it's first of all, very clever, savvy move by Goldman to create a little bidding war for this business, which I'm sure it would rather not be losing, and I'm sure has made a lot of money for the bank in the past. So whether KKR gets it or Perella Weinberg, I think it's pretty much of a jewel for either one. Obviously Perella Weinberg with Peter Weinberg there, his family, was the driving force behind Goldman Sachs for many years, so there's probably a good cultural fit there. But KKR, has the capital which these guys are going to want to need and get access to. So it probably would be a better capital fit with KKR and a better cultural fit with Perella Weinberg. But it comes down to the price that they're willing to pay Goldman. And as long as neither of the two of them overpay, I think it's a pretty savvy move.
Well, I'm looking at this story here, Bill, that was broken by Sejal Kishan and Christina Alessi here at Bloomberg. And as we're developing the story further, we see that it looks like that Goldman plans to hold off on announcing this. They're not making any sort of public confirmation of the story as we've reported it thus far because these conversations are confidential, but also some of the traders and support staff may get jobs within Goldman Sachs. Another team in Asia may raise money for a new fund. So, I mean, I know we're basing this on not a lot of detail at this point, but what form do you see this taking? Is it taking sort of the book? Is it taking the top talent? What would make the most sense in that kind of transaction?
Well, if I were either KKR or Perella Weinberg, I'd want these guys, these people, to be, in my place of business with their knowledge. As far as the book, I'm sure they would work out something. And the thing is, it would probably allow Goldman to keep a piece of the action too and get some upside from this as well. So obviously, it's early days on this reporting. I'm not surprised that Goldman would not want to comment on it, but I think it's a pretty savvy solution for all concerned here. I mean, and I like the fact that Goldman seems to be getting out in front of the other people on Wall Street who have to do this same divestiture of their prop trading business, and for them to gin up a deal with either KKR, Perella Weinberg, or somebody else just is on the leading edge of this. It makes a lot of sense.
And because being first would help out with getting the best price.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But talk to me, when you say Goldman getting some sort of piece of this, as we understand financial reform at this point, what is open to them there, right? Because they're restricted from investing in private equity funds beyond, 3 to 5% at this point. How would they keep that portion, given that one of these bidders is a private equity firm, one of them is a boutique investment bank?
Well, you could structure this deal, in the sale of this business in many different ways that will allow Goldman to keep a piece of a piece that would comply with the new law, and so they could keep a little upside and get a little cash now and keep some piece of the deal later on, or they may choose not to do that at all. I mean, obviously it's very preliminary, but I wouldn't be surprised if Goldman wanted to keep a piece of the upside here, because I'm sure they don't want to lose this business in the first place, and it really sort of begs the question about why the law developed the way it did, so that they have to divest themselves. Certainly it wasn't the proprietary traders at Goldman that caused the financial crisis, but anyway, it is what it is. It's the law of the land now, and they're smart to get out in front of it and comply with it.
All right, Bill, thank you for calling in with your quick reaction there. Contributing editor Bill Cohan joining us by phone.